Streaming from Oklahoma's own digital studio, this is OU Football Update, brought to you by Brahms.
All right, hi everybody, Toby back with you. It is time for a preview of OU South Carolina here on Oklahoma's own sports. As always, thank you. If you've enjoyed our 3 times a week podcast, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. It is my honor today to welcome in the play-by-play voice of the South Carolina Gamecocks, former Gamecock quarterback, really one of the best guys in the business, Todd Ellis. Todd, how are you today, sir?
Toby, I'm well. Thank you. That's very kind words and probably a little overstated, but that's very nice. 3 podcasts a week. Look at you.
Well,
very impressive.
Hey, we got to do what we got to do to pay the bills around here. You know how it goes. Now, we enjoy it. We always have a recap of the game on Monday, kind of a press conference recap midweek, and then a preview on the weekend. And it's been fun to chat with all the play-by-play guys around the SEC. I want to start with this. This is our first ever trip to Williams-Brice Stadium. It is one of the iconic atmospheres and venues in not just the SEC, but college football with all the traditions they have there. Tell Sooner fans, and there's going to be a lot of them, tell Sooner fans kind of what they can expect on Saturday.
Well, first of all, we're thrilled to have one of the blue bloods of all of college football, for that matter, sports, come into town, much less Williams-Brice Stadium. So we welcome everybody. Please come. We've got a great college town with a good mixture of old school Southeastern Conference kind of size, but yet we've got the government and a huge military base, and there's a good mix of people, up and coming restaurant food scene. So you got a lot to see and not too far to go around the area.
State Fair this weekend too, right?
Yeah. Nothing is wrong with the fair. I'm just saying that can add to the drama, no question about it. It's nothing like trying to throw a post route when the Ferris wheel is in the background over the Williams-Brice Stadium at the end. It is pretty kind of cool and iconic. You get the fair smells during the day. Everybody kind of goes there afterwards, but you need to take your time getting to the stadium. Come in and go a little earlier because of all that mess with regard to the state fair. But yes, besides the fair, we want you to go eat in our nice restaurants and enjoy the town, and then go back and tell other people, like the great time we had last year in Norman, which I'd never been to, and I thought I'd been to every stadium in America practically. And so we're very excited. But Williams-Brice, you want to be in from certainly by the 20-minute mark before kick, not 30 minutes before. That's when we have 2001, Sandstorm, a lot of other iconic things. Cocky comes out on his cockaboose. He's shown, and then we have a celebrity guest starter. So people should enjoy it. The Oklahoma people will enjoy it. There's no question about it, to get a real full sense of it before kickoff. And then hopefully a competitive game is what we want to give you, and then that'll be fun otherwise. It's not a night game like a lot of places. In most places, South Carolina's, I would rank South Carolina literally, and I've been just about everywhere, in one of the tops in America at night games. It is incredible. We're pretty close to campus, easy to get in and out. We don't have a lot of games during the season that have been at night traditionally, and we're in the middle of the state, so people can come and not leave, and it gets pretty special at night at Williams-Brice. But it will be a great atmosphere. You won't believe. I mean, you and I, Toby, get ticket requests all the time for everything, but for this one this week is off the chart for me. I mean, as you know, people think we print those tickets ourselves
Yeah.
and can just give them to them. So there is a massive interest around town, and I hope that the Sooner Nation will add to that.
I would say that the Ferris wheel and the state fair smells are comfortable to us after playing the OU Texas game every year.
Of course.
But after what happened last weekend, it could be a little PTSD for us. I'm not exactly sure if this is going to work out. By the way, you see the diplomas and everything behind Todd. He's a lawyer by trade, and so he's at his office today. He's got a real job during the week, unlike the rest of us. Todd, tell us about the season so far. 3-3 for South Carolina coming into this one. What has been your impression of how Shane Beamer's team has played?
So, as last year, Toby, we ended the season winning 6 straight. We had one of the longest winning streaks in the in the country during regular season ball games. We were feared. We had it going on offensively, and what happened is what happens to a lot of people, of course, the draft and some transfer portal. But really the draft got us in our biggest concerns. We lost that front four that gave the Sooners so much trouble a year ago, with the exception of one guy, our All-American Dylan Stewart, at the end. So we were always worried about that defensive front. We all thought we would be better offensively. And what I'm seeing personally is in the middle of that offensive line, the center and two guards have not come on like we hoped that they would do. And because of that, we've been really slow to get the run game together, and everybody's been teeing off on LaNorris Sellers. As your folks probably have read, Shane Beamer parted ways with our offensive line coach this past week, Lonnie Teasley, and Sean Elliott, the interim head coach after Coach Spurrier was here, and former offensive line coach who's been working with the tight ends, has taken over the offensive line. Not a tough transition there at all, but to get a new voice, to get some toughness. We've been crushing ourselves with pre-snap penalties and penalties overall. And it's just remarkable. It's not an undisciplined team off the field. They're great guys. As far as I can tell, when I'm traveling with them, I hear great reports. They don't have problems in the classroom, but we've looked undisciplined at times. And I think it's some of the inexperience on both sides of the ball. And we played behind the chains a lot. So, if that may be my opening to the broadcast, because I really just told you our story in whole. That puts us at 3-3. I still think we can be explosive. Obviously, if we got number 16, it's kind of like your quarterback, I feel like we can play with anybody. So right now, I feel like we're massively competitive. What I don't think is we played well enough. You know how these games are. Most of them are fourth quarter where somebody's making a great play late and you win if you can keep it close. I don't feel like we get over that last hump the way we're playing right now because of the penalties mostly. But most of the players are in place. You
mentioned LaNorris Sellers, first-team preseason All-SEC. We saw this guy last year. He's just an absolute freight train at quarterback at 6'3", 240. I think he's been a little dinged up, right, at times this year. So how has he played?
I don't think that he's played poorly, except he's missed some open guys, a few of them. I mean, LaNorris would tell you, I'm not a 70% completion pass guy. My arm is wicked. I'll knock you down on occasion, and I'll probably overthrow it on occasion. But most of his problems are related to the offensive line play and lack of running game. Now, the last two games, we've run for, you take away the sacks or even add them in there, you're talking 150 plus, that's fine. I mean, I think our team, and under Shane Beamer, is only got 3 losses during his career if we run for 100 yards or more. I mean, we're pretty darn good. And so we need to continue to just run it a little bit and let him be really good. I don't think that we've unleashed LaNorris, with the exception of the Kentucky game, which is that he's best kind of running it 10, 11 times on direct calls to him and scrambling a couple more times and then making big plays down the field. But LaNorris is still the guy, along with your guy, that I would rank in the top 3 to 5 quarterbacks, if not players, in the country, and would take one of those guys in the draft early on. It just, gives you too many headaches as a defensive coordinator, just like Mateer.
Yeah. It's going to be a fun quarterback showdown on Saturday. I want to talk about the defense. Before we do, though, a quick word from our friends at Brahms.
Brahms Banana Fudge Sundae gives a whole new meaning to decadent taste. 2 creamy scoops of premium vanilla ice cream overflowing with delicious hot fudge, and fresh slices of banana to create the perfect balance between the fruity banana flavor and rich hot fudge. Treat yourself to a banana fudge sundae at Brahms, where every spoonful is pure bliss.
Okay, 3, 2, and 1. As good as LaNorris Sellers is, Todd, last year when these two teams played, it was the defense. This game was over 5 minutes into it because of a couple of turnovers and a scoop and score. You got Dylan Stewart back, like you said. What have you seen defensively out of the Gamecocks?
Really gotten better because we've gotten healthy, I think, in the last 2 games. It's not as good as last year's defense, but it's pretty darn good. We've had a good rotation internally, which was worried everybody at our defensive front. Those guys have stepped up fine. Thompson Jr. on the end, opposite of Dylan Stewart, is making plays, partly because they're double teaming Dylan a lot of the times. And the secondary's good. We've lost some jump balls, plays like everybody loses. But other than that, they're going to be in your pocket. And Clayton White's not afraid to play pressure defense, play man outside, load the box, and stop the run. And we're pretty darn good at it. But it's, last year was incredible. Obviously, nobody expects that again, even if you're playing well. Oklahoma had some bad luck and we had some good plays. Nobody expects that kind of ability to defend again against the offense for the Sooners coming in. But there's fine players in place. These are two fine defenses playing in this ball game.
Yeah, this could be a field goal kickers game on Saturday with these two defenses. We'll get you out of here on this. Other than this Saturday, everybody in these parts roots for you guys because of your head coach. We love Shane Beamer around here.
Yeah.
And his press conferences are always entertaining. His sideline interviews are entertaining. We played baseball at your place this year, and Coach came by and hung out in the radio booth with us for a while. Just a great friend of the program, and I know he's a nice guy. I'm sure you love dealing with him, but you got to win football games. So how much pressure's on him right now?
Yeah, I don't think so. We were sitting there at 3-3 a year ago, and we got it rolling like nobody's other. I think everybody senses, while we're disappointed and frustrated, really not that far away, just missing a few elements, I think, to tip it. I mean, I don't have to tell you, after last week's ball game, everybody knows that Oklahoma and all these other schools, there's only a small margin of difference between the good and the bad in this league, or the middle class for certainly part of it. And we need to correct some of those. But Shane continues to do a really good job recruiting. I said to him earlier before this year, literally, I said, Coach, they got us ranked number 11 in the country to start the season, and we only lost the number one player, Nagurski Award winner, defensive tackle. 4 of our 9 defensive players were drafted in the first 4 rounds, and we lost our top running back, Rocket Sanders, to the NFL. But are we overplaying this thing a little bit where they're setting us? I think that's a big part of the problem, Toby. I think they really set us wrong to beginning of the year, considering the people that were playing and the losses that we had.
Pre-season expectations? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. I think and I don't mean Shane himself.
Right.
I mean everybody nationally, and maybe we didn't downplay that as enough as we should have. We had a lot to make up. But Shane's all right. But I do think this is a launch year for him. You know how it is. If you're in 5 and you get to 6, generally you've had those relationships with the high school coaches. You built your staff up, and you've learned from your problems and mistakes you've made as a head coach, and you kind of launch. And I think he's close to that now, to where he could really make another thing. We need to get to 7, 8 wins, and that's not easy. I mean, the next 4 games are against top 10 opponents, not just top 15 or ranked opponents. So, and that starts with you guys coming to town, or top 15 opponents, including y'all. But every other game is in the top 10 coming forward. So, hard times.
I'm excited because I've been told you have the best visiting radio booth in the SEC. So
I concur.
Okay, good. That has me happy. If he's there, we could have somebody fun in the booth next to us, it sounds like, on Saturday too. So
he's not made one this year, so I suspect he will. You could tell. Darius
Rucker, right?
Yes.
Maybe he'll bring the blowfish with him. Who knows? That would be a lot of fun.
Usually there's pretty women there. That's a good thing, Toby. I guess that's the rock star, country star status.
Yeah, that would be fun. So hopefully Darius will be there. And if any of the Sooner fans that are traveling run into any legal trouble while you're there, Todd's your man. Give Todd Ellis a call. Todd, I look forward to seeing you on Saturday, and thanks so much for a few minutes of your time today.
Of course, man. Take care. Everybody be safe coming over.
Thank you, Todd. And thank you, folks, for watching another edition of Oklahoma's Own Sports. We'll talk to you Monday on a recap of the OU South Carolina game. Please don't forget, like and subscribe. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you for watching this Oklahoma's Own digital studio stream. Stay with News 9, online and on television anytime for the latest news, weather, and sports.